these units are food for the Void Rays. Uh-oh, and TLO needs to make sure that he kites away from those Marines. He's trying to snipe down the medevacs, and he does get all the medevacs. So now the Void Rays will be free to harass, say, the refinery or even the workers here. Let's see what TLO opts to do there. Doing some scouting with a Stalker. I like this. And TLO taking a hidden expansion on the side himself. And it looks like one more Void Ray joining in the fray. We'll be able to snipe down one Viking, sorry, joining the fray. We'll be able to snipe down a Void Ray. That is difficult. And that's going to stop TLO from doing as much harass as he would like. He's going to snipe down the refinery while pushing in at the front. There's the Guardian Shield. I don't know if this is enough. That choke is so small, and that is a lot of Marauders. Look at those force fields trapping so many Marauders in the back. That is some very nice force fieldage by TLO. And here he comes, Cloud finally deciding to push out. He stims up and moves right up to the Protoss ball there, and it looks like he will be able to overwhelm the Protoss force. Meanwhile, TLO even expanding a second time there, and it looks really bad for TLO right now. I have to say the army value for Cloud is going to be so much higher right now, and take a look at that. Cloud about 50% up on TLO in terms of army value, but a lot of these Marauders are stimmed out. They do one more stim, and that Void Ray could potentially do a lot of damage, but it is quite low on health itself. A gateway goes down, a second gateway going down. TLO having to pull off probes from the line. Only really 2 Stalkers and a Sentry in terms of a ground force. Warping him in more, and an Immortal on the high ground. And it looks like he will stop this aggression here, but at what cost, at what losses? And no, he's not even going to be able to stop that. It looks like all the Marines of this army composition have fallen. So that Void Ray is going to get free channeling time on these Marauders, and that's going to allow him to eventually clean this up. A second Void Ray joining. Cloud, meanwhile, expanded on the side here, and he's just streaming in units into TLO's base. It looks like TLO finally cleaning up Void's attack, and he will be able to chase down that medevac. The Marines realizing that they will not be able to do any more damage, turning around and going back to base. A very good idea by Cloud, wanting to preserve every single unit he can, and there is the SCV transfer. Now, will TLO be able to get workers across? And it looks like he's going to transfer. Uh-oh, and it looks like the Marauders see the workers on the Zeldaga Tower, and that is some very, very unfortunate timing for TLO and some very good timing for Cloud. And Cloud is surely going to know that there are bases there. He did scout this one base on the edge, but he is going to be surprised to find a second base there. And we'll have to see what Cloud opts to do. It looks like he's sending one Marauder over to see what is up, but TLO has one Stalker on the high ground, able to deal with that Marauder. So that Marauder stimming, seeing what damage he can do. It looks like he's going to go straight for the probes. That is a very good move. One Marauder here scouting over gets annihilated by that Immortal, and it looks like that Marauder finally does die. He probably got 1 or 2 probe kills, but not critical damage just yet. A planetary fortress on the side here, and SCV's continually mining. It looks like both players have mined out of their main, and here comes a big front push by Cloud. TLO is going to force field very nicely once again to cut off the majority of Cloud's army, but it's just delaying the inevitable push that Cloud has coming at TLO. Now, TLO getting some pretty good mining time here on his expansion, but Cloud, seeing that he has TLO kind of contained in his base, a soft contain, he's going to send a handful of units up to clean up this expansion. I really like this move by Cloud. He's playing this very well here, and this small group of units is going to be more than enough to defend this expansion. If TLO had a pylon there, he would be able to warp units in, and it looks like that medevac will give sight for the Marauders to snipe down the Stalker, and this expansion will eventually fall. TLO using this opportunity to move out himself. He knows the main army is weakened, and he's going to need to do quite a bit of damage here. And no, TLO deciding to just pull back, and all the probes have to run for their lives. And Cloud is now here to take down these side expos by TLO. And this is the issue with close positions lost temple. I must have messed that up in the beginning of the cast too. How embarrassing. But close positions lost temple is very hard to get your third, and TLO going in for a push. Look at those force fields, but the units go around, and now they have the flank, and TLO's units are dropping like flies. Oh my goodness, and 1-1 upgrades for Cloud, and that's going to clean up TLO's main army, and I think that was TLO's last push. Some few remaining warp-ins coming in to try to reinforce, and GG. It looks like Cloud will take this game to a win. And there we have it, folks. TLO versus Cloud. I hope you guys have enjoyed the cast. Once again, follow me on Twitter at ArthurMRZ, and if you're interested in stuff that the University of Washington StarCraft Club does, go visit us at uwstarcraft.org. That is all, folks. See ya.